Right then, leeks. So we had radish in this bed up until last week. We've had some really dry weather for the last 10 days, 2 weeks, I think, without rain. And our radish was starting to split, which they can do when they're dry and they get a heavy water in. It's fine, you know, they were pretty close to ideal size, a little bit smaller than we would have ideally liked, but no problem. So I dragged them out before they went to waste and split on us. Anyway, this bed was meant for leeks long term. That was always the plan. We love growing leeks, love eating leeks. Really useful veg to have. So that's what we're putting in today. These are Musselburgh leeks, quite a standard variety really. Really cold resistant, stands for a long time in the ground. Really delicious, delicious eating as well. So it's an easy one to grow. It's what we've always grown really. I think it's the only variety I've actually grown. So we sowed these particular leeks about 30 days ago, 40 days ago. We are 1st of May today, so I think it was the end of March we actually sowed those. And yeah, they're doing great, ready to go in now. Ideally, you want to be sowing under cover between February, March, April sort of time, and then transplanting out between April and June, July, I think is the latest you can get away with. But we like to get them in the ground early, and they can sit then and fatten up over the year. And as I say, they're a cracking vegetable. These leeks that we're putting in today, we could start harvesting them from August for quite small leeks, late August, early September, for baby leeks. But we like to leave them in for a bit longer. The nice thing about them is that you can leave them in the ground. They'll sit happily in the ground through the whole winter, through the whole autumn and winter. And you can be harvesting them up until March, April, the following year. So basically, we could still be eating these in a year's time. Now expect they'll all be gone by then. But you never know. And it's a really nice thing to have. You don't have to fuss too much with storage requirements. You haven't got to worry about their care really. They'll sort of sit in the ground and plod along all year. So when it comes to planting out leeks, we go for around a 30 centimetre rather spacing on a square, like most of our veg. So 30 centimetres between the individual leeks, 30 centimetres between the rows. For us on this particular bed, that leaves us with just about 3 rows. This is a 1.2 metre wide bed. So we've got 3 rows of leeks. You can go closer than that if you are sowing individual leeks. You could go down to about 15, 20 centimetres if you wanted on a square, or you could plant in rows. Again, very flexible. But for us, we like multi-sowing our leeks. If you look closely at that tray, you can see most of the cells have between 2 and 4 plants, which is what we want, between 2 and 4 ideally. We plant them as a clump and they'll sit happily there next to each other, and as they fatten up they'll sort of push each other apart really. What you end up with when you multi-sow like that is a larger number of sort of medium-sized leeks really. If you want to go for the bigger size, then you're better off planting them as individual plants, of course, which makes sense. So, yeah, as I say, we're going to be leaving these in as clumps to grow through the whole year, so we won't be coming back and thinning. Just picking out plants with healthy looking growth. So yeah, really fuss-free veg, good one to grow. We cook a lot with it. Just the usual maintenance needed really. Water through dry spells, etc, etc. But where they really shine for me is just how long they'll sit in the ground, and the ease of storage that comes with that. I like growing vegetables which will store easily, like onions and potatoes, for example. just because if you grow in large quantities, like we are, and you're busy, it's nice not to reduce that particular worry. How am I going to store this crop, you know, if I have excess? And leeks are perfect like that because they can literally sit in the ground. They will literally sit in the ground until next March, April sort of time, if they need to, which is great. Another handy thing about them is, if, for example, you did urgently want to get them out. Say, for example, you had some left over in January, February next year, and you wanted to make use of the beds for whatever reason. You urgently needed to take the leeks out. You can actually heel them in like you do with trees or shrubs. So you can harvest the leeks and just sort of cover them with a light covering of soil. Really, just heel them in as you would, and they'll store for another month like that. So, easy peasy. In terms of spacing, for me, 30 centimeters is just around about the size of my boot, handily. So, and as I say, you can go closer if you want. Especially if you're going to single sow. But for multi-sowing, I find about 30 centimeters is right. That's about right. So, easy as that. So I'm going to crack on, get those planted up, and get back to the video after that then. So there you go. All done. Leeks are in the ground. Where are we? Just there. I'll water those in now, and they will sit in place for up to 12 months. Great little vegetable to grow. Other than that, we got a few jobs on the farm. I'm just having a little look around the market garden. I got to show you how things are doing if you have watched previous videos. So, as I said, we had a real dry spell, about 2 weeks, and it's been a bit of a pain watering everything through. Our peas are ready for tying up. I'm just going to put the supports in now tomorrow, get those tied up, make a little video on that. And there are first netting. Our broccoli has settled in well. Still looking small, you know, hasn't quite kicked off into growth yet, but settled in nicely. Nice colour on the leaves, looking good. This soil over here, I was a bit more worried about because very, very rocky. There was an old structure on here when it was a colliery. So, yeah, we hit big patches of brick and what have you. So I don't think the soil's in great nick, but the vegetables are doing well. So these are the Tokyo Cross turnips, which will be ready for harvest very soon, actually. They're doing well. Onions, stir-on onions, looking strong. I know you shouldn't, but I can't help myself, especially when I see these leaves broken off. It's just a really tasty little snack while you're working in the garden. I love onion leaves. And the beetroot below. I'm gonna have to replace a couple of the plants there which have been pecked up by birds, I think. These are the leeks and spring onions below. Not doing much yet, but they're looking healthy. Our broad beans have settled in really nicely. This is the Sutton. You can see a little bit of discoloration on the leaves, which I'm expecting this first year, really, because, as I said, the soil is poor. You know, we've just whacked the compost on there. It's the first year that we're trying to build up the soil. I'm not expecting wondrous results. I'm just hoping to get through with a passable crop, really, and start building up the soil. And the chard, again, settling in okay, looking reasonably healthy, but yet to take off. Our kale is actually doing really well. It's really kicked off under the cover here. Let me get you a little look. See, we're having little bracken fronds propping up. This side of the market garden, the soil's a bit better, but it was heavily, well, infested, maybe not the right word, but heavily colonized by bracken fronds. So it's a daily job, really, going around and picking off the new bracken heads that pop up. This is our first bed of lettuce. Actually settling in really well and coped better than I expected with the dry spell. As I said, we did water it through, but we've lost a couple of plants there, which I'll need to replace with the placements we've got growing in the polytunnel. That's where we always keep extras of the plants. Ideally, second row of lettuce, and then our Madania spinach. Now the spinach, curiously, you can see strong growth at the bottom. There's a little bit of weed in here. I need to go over and weed this bed. Strong growth at the bottom where the plants are looking very healthy, and sort of slightly stunted at the top. Not sure what that's about. I'm assuming something to do with drainage, with more moisture towards the bottom of the beds. Okay, so the market garden's looking so far. I got a couple hours left of work today. Now I'm going to go around and weed those beds because they could do with it once over. Should have done that for the video, really. Would have been better. But, you know, you can trust me. I'll get to my weeding. It's actually quite a nice way to finish the day, is cleaning up, I find. Always feels nice to look over a nice clean bed. Anyway, so that's all sorted. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it useful. And hope to see you again.